shall blow a hole and kiss away.
What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Nikki, and I am back with another story time. Yes, long overdue. Before we hop into that story time, I just want to tell you I apologize about that last video. I said it would be posted before Valentine's Day, and it's literally like 2 weeks after Valentine's Day. So sorry, life got crazy. I'm back on track. Let's get to it. Life's crazy. Who life isn't crazy? Sorry, I'm on here looking like a bum. I just got off of work, washed, and I'm about to hop into bed after this video, and I'll probably have this posted in the next 2 days. But I'm gonna stop saying when I have videos posted because I never hold my word. But let's get to it. So as y'all can tell by this title, this is a story time on the worst date I ever had. And don't mind the little ring in my my boyfriend got me this ring like for Christmas. I'm finally using it. Like, it looked good, but I just don't like the ring light in my glasses, but it's alright. So the worst date I ever been on, y'all. This was last year around this time, and this is why I thought about it. Alright, so let's get to it. So I was 19. Oh, I was 19 because I'm only 20 now. And he was, alright, so I was 19 at this time. Hold on, I need something for these lips. Alright, y'all, so this was last year, at the beginning of last year, when I was 19. So it was around my mom's birthday. My mom's birthday is February 12th. It was the weekend of her birthday because her birthday was on a Monday that year. We went out on Sunday. So me, her, and my sister, we went out downtown. We went out to eat to some, like, I don't even know, like Indian or Asian place. The food was pretty good, and we had like lemon drops. Before we went out to eat, we went to this little like place where you get drinks from, and I couldn't get in, but they brought me a little something out. So we what happened? Alright, so my mom, we were just like, let's just go downtown for today. So we went down there around like 3 o'clock, pretty early, like 3, 4, 5. And we were just walking around, grab drinks from like 2 different places. Then we went to go eat, and we had a couple drinks there and had food. And then we started walking around again. At this time, the sun done went down, so we started walking around. So we ended up going to the candy place, the candy shop that got popcorn, candy, ice cream, all that. So we go in there, and my mama like getting her some stuff, and I was gonna pay because, you know, it's her birthday. She didn't pay for nothing the whole day. So I'm in there, and it's this boy in there, and my mama asking him questions, and he just so well mannered. He's like, yes ma'am, no ma'am. He laughed, and I'm like, you know, I'm staring at him the whole time. I ain't gonna lie, and I had a little bit of look in me, and I was single, newly, so I was just like, So I thought he was just so cute. For some odd reason. Like, he was ugly, but I thought he was cute. But he was ugly. You know how we like the ugly niggas, but he wasn't like 100% ugly. He was just a little bit ugly. I hate how fat my neck is. I promise there's nothing wrong with me, and that shit is shiny too. Anyway, so yeah, I was just like, oh, okay. So I'm just checking him out, and he's just so well mannered, and I was just so attracted to me. He like, yes ma'am, no ma'am. He laughing. So, you know, I paid for it. No, actually, I think he had let us have it for free. No. We paid. So, did I leave my phone in there? No. Okay, so we walked out, and we just going on. I ended up telling my mama, like, Mom, he is cute. Like, you should put me on. Like, put me on. Being funny, put me on. My mom would really be dead for real about to do stuff. So she was like, who? And I'm telling her, she's like, all right, I'm gonna go do it. My sister was like, no, you don't need to go do that. Like, you don't need that boy, girl. Come on, like, just be in a party group. Like, come on, let's go. But we was staying in that area because that was where everything was at. And people were starting to come outside more. We ended up going to this little bar or club. I couldn't get in once again. But we ran into some motorcyclists, and they had ended up going to get all of some drinks, and then I had to use the bathroom. So they had let me in. Ain't nobody even check IDs. The only reason I didn't go to the door is because the fact that they may check IDs, but they didn't. And I had to use the bathroom. And the motorcyclist, I guess he was just like known, so he was like, man, let her come, she gotta use the bathroom. Like, so I went to the bathroom or whatever. He bought us some lemon drops, and we were just flirting with them. It was like, okay, so it was me, my mama, my sister, and her girlfriend. It was like 6 of them motorcycle men. And I wasn't really talking to them. I was on my phone, but then when they started talking about drinks, that's when I kind of... And then one of them, I ended up giving him my number, actually, but he never hit me up. It was like that night he tried to see me, and I was like, no. Only reason I gave him my number is because I was scared to say no. And he was cool or whatever, but I seen him all up on my mama, too. Like, what? No. They was all trying to talk to all of us. They didn't even know that I was my fucking mama. They thought we was all homegirls or something. So, So, what happened? So now we down here doing all that for about a good little hour. So this still on my conscience. Like, I need this bad number. Because one thing about me, you only live once. If I want it, I'ma get it. You feel me? If I want it, I'ma get it. So I had to go get it because I wanted it. And I just thought it was just, I thought he was so handsome. I just wanted him so much. So we go back down there. And I think I sent my mom in, but they had done closed. No, I'm lying. I am lying, y'all. I end up going back in there before they closed, and I end up buying me something, but he let me have it for free. Oh, what happened was I told him what to get me, right? I go to the register. My bad, y'all. We going back to before we got down there with the motorcyclists. I went back in there before they closed. With me, mom, I was like, hold on, I'm gonna go back in there and do it, but I was still scared. So what happened? I went back in there and I bought something, and at the register I just gave him my phone, and it was on like the number thing because I don't know how to say nothing. I walked in there like a regular little, I was like, oh hey, like I just want to get this, because he had already seen me before. He was just like, I'm back, hey. I just gave him my phone with the little number thing up, and I gave it to him, and he just laughed, and he put his number in and gave it back to me. And then I was about to pay. He was like, you good? I was like, oh okay, thank you. And I walked out. So I had got that for free. That's what the free came in at. My stuff was free, and I got his number. But, and he saved his number too, but when I got the phone back and I seen the number, I powered my phone off. And y'all, when I had my old number, I had hella names. And honestly, now that I think back to it, I forgot this boy name. I done forgot the boy name. I'm gonna use his real name, what I think his real name is. I'm gonna say, no, I ain't gonna use that name. Dang, what was his name? What's the little nickname boys be having? We gonna say Quan. It wasn't Quan though. I don't know what it was. I was about to use his real name, but I had to think about this is YouTube. So I forgot the real name anyway. So we just gonna use Quan. So let's say I got about 3 Quans in my phone. So when I realized that, I ended up going through my contacts looking for weird names, and I'm like, this one look a little weird, but I got 2 of them. And then when I text both of them, one of them popped up green, one of them popped up blue. But I waited about a good little hour before I reached out to the number. And I ended up saying, like, when it turned green, I'm like, nah, this the wrong number. You must be typing something in wrong. Like, this is wrong. This is wrong. So I'm like, we got to go back. We got to go back. Mind you, we were still down there, and we ended up going back down there, but it was closed. And my mom was going to do it for me, but I'm like, my sister was like so fed up. She was like, oh my god, let me go see. So she knocking on the glass because he was like sweeping the floor or something. She knocked on the glass like, hey, come here. He was like, hold on. He came to the glass. My sister was like, what's the number? You put the wrong number. What's the number? He was like, I can't hear you. Hold on. 10 minutes. He was like, I get off in 10 minutes. We was like, bet. So me, my sister, and her girlfriend, we just all sitting. We was in what's that little circle over there? City Market. We was in City Market. So we ended up sitting. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but we start sitting on, like, the little brick walls or whatever. Everybody be sitting right there, and it's, like, plants in the middle. It's, like, I don't know how to explain it, but we'll start sitting right there, okay? And we were just waiting for him to get off. So, because it was just so difficult to talk through that glass because he couldn't open the door. And so when he ended up coming back out, it's like, oh, no. They was like, all right, y'all, we finna go because it up in about 15 minutes, and he was playing. He was taking too long. So, we ended up walking off. They end up walking off, and I was slowly walking with them, but then I looked back, and he started coming out the door, and I'm like, oh, okay, good. So they still moving, so I met up with him. He, like, walked up to me, and I was like, oh, hey, and he was like, what's up? And I was just like, and then he pulled out a black immediately, and I was like, oh, what's that? And he was like, what you mean? I'm like, you need to put that down. Don't smoke that around me. Because he was in his pocket. I was like, no, I don't like that. Don't smoke that around me. And he was like, all right. And he put it back in his pocket. And then my sister had seen it. She was like, is that a black? We don't do that. You don't smoke trees? He was like, yeah. She was like, well, you need to do that, not that. Like, ew, like, you feel me? So I ended up asking him, I was like, is this your number? Like, he was like, oh, yeah, my phone off right now. I was like, oh, okay, that's why he didn't respond either. He was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, so we were just making a little small talk, like name, age, all that. Can't remember details, not gonna lie. Name and age, we was walking. So, but at this time, we finna go. So while my mama, my sister, and her girlfriend up there in front of us, and me and him right here. So we walking. Girl, he don't walk me all the way to the car. So then he ended up saying something about, oh yeah, I'm about to call my Uber. So that's already strike 2. Well, he had a lot of strikes. First of all, I don't like, what's the word? I don't really care what nobody work at, but I be knowing if you got a little bit of money or not. And I'm hoping, like, before, you know, I didn't know him at the time, so I'm hoping he got, like, a little side hustle. But strike one was you working at the candy shop downtown. Let's start there. Strike two, you either got an Android or your phone off. But he had an iPhone, his fucking phone was off. And strike three, you ain't got no car. So now I'm already in my head, like, yeah, he can't do shit for me, but I'm gonna still play with him. I'm gonna see what it's about. I'm gonna just talk, okay? But, you know, I'm still a little tipsy and stuff, so I'm just going with the flow. So he dropped us off to the car. You know, we gave him a little hug. And then when I got home, y'all, we got on the phone. We was on the phone all night. And I don't know what we was talking about. We were just talking. So let's just fast forward. That's how I met him. So, let me see. Oh yeah, last year I was planning on, you feel me, just stop linking with people and just doing stuff, smoking, drinking, and linking in cars for the first time, going to your house the first time, and just linking up at a party or something. Like, I was just over that life, and I was ready to, like, settle down with somebody for real. So it's like, if I meet someone, I want to go on a real date. I want to get to know you for real. And, you know, stuff like that. So I was really working on that. So I was telling him, like, you need to take me on a date. And really, I only had to say that one time, and he kept saying, I'm taking him on a date. And he was like, he waiting on you till he get paid. And I'm like, okay, understandable. I mean, I don't like that you said that, but okay, I'll wait. So, let me tell you how this played with me. We were supposed to do it on it was either Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It was either Saturday or Sunday, because we actually ended up going out to eat on Monday. So, it was either Saturday or Sunday. We talking throughout the whole day. I think he get paid weekly, so we was talking throughout the whole day. I'm actually looking forward to this little date, because this ain't my first date with somebody, but it's been my first in a while. And usually when I go on a date with somebody, it's not the first time meeting. It's like we already whoop-de-woo, we already done talk, like in person, like I'm comfortable with you, so we going out to eat. That's the type of dates I've been on. Sad, but yes. So this was like my first date of getting to know somebody. Like, we was on the phone for like, I'm gonna say like 2 weeks before the date. We just stayed on the phone, and he ain't never really said nothing sexual for real. And we barely got on FaceTime, but we did get on FaceTime sometimes. We was even going to sleep on the phone, y'all. I was really head over heels for this boy. He gave me his Instagram. I didn't really like what his Instagram looked like. He looked like a bum, and he was kind of ugly. And I was like, I knew he was kind of ugly, but like, ew, like I can't let nobody you know how you be showing people, oh, this is him? I can't do that. Can't do that. I'm gonna just tell you, yeah, I'm talking to somebody. You'll see my person. He's still gonna be ugly then, but whatever. So, alright, let me tell y'all. So, I'm getting ready or whatever. I'm happy, ecstatic. So, he actually, this day, he didn't text me. The day of the date, he didn't text me. So, I'm hitting him up, like, you feel me, like, what's going on? Mind you, he telling me, like, yeah, we gonna go around this time. I'm gonna hit you when I get back to the house. Because he said he had went somewhere with his people. So, I'm like, okay, cool. Now it's like an hour till the time that he said, and even though he hit me up, I'm like, let me just go ahead and get partially ready. I think I had got fully dressed, and I didn't do my hair yet. Because I'm like, let me just make sure, like, it's just for real, because this nigga playing with me. And I already told everybody in my house, like, I'm going on a date. I done told my mom I'm going on a date. I done told everybody I was going on a date. Embarrassing. And it got to the point where, oh, Shanika, when you leaving? Man, leave me alone, okay? Leave me alone. So, mind you, he already told me he gonna send me money for an Uber. He couldn't even come pick me up. At first, he was like, can you find a way out here? No. So, by the time it's time to go on the date, let's say he said 5, it's about 4. He still ain't hit me, so I end up calling him. But I wasn't blowing his phone up. I just did like 3 little texts. I guess that's blowing the phone up. Like 3 little texts and like 1 phone call. Nothing. And it went straight to voicemail because his phone is off. So if I know he's not home. So he ended up hitting me like, if the date was at 5, he ended up hitting me at like 7. And was like, my bad, my phone went dead, man. I left with my cousin early this morning. He ain't never came back home. I'm sorry, da-da-da. I'm like, yeah, you're weird. Like, I'm not going to date with you. Like, forget it. I'm not doing it. Nope. Not doing it. He like, no, for real. We could do it tomorrow. I'm so sorry, da-da-da. Because just the fact that I got dressed for that. And you really going to sit up and do that? Embarrassing. Like, what? So let's say the next day come around. You feel me? At this point, I'm chilling until this nigga until he say he there. Actually, I'm chilling till he say he there. I get ready and come when I see that you there. So he ended up sending me money for Uber. That's how I knew it was real. And actually, this day he had to go to work. So he was like, when he get off, that we was going to go. Oh, no. It was before he went to work. Because at first, he was off that Saturday or whatever. Or Sunday or whatever. And we were supposed to go out, like, at 5 when he was off. But then he had to be to work at 4. So he had to go kind of early. Or he had to be to work at 2. I don't know. It was something early. Like, we had to go early. And he was like, because he got to be to work at, like, 3. I don't know. I done said it 3 different times. But he had to be to work, like, kind of in the middle of the day. So we had to do it early. So I'm just like, man, I don't know if you for real this time. Like, show me you for real. So he FaceTimed me. And he was downtown walking. And he had a book bag on. And I was just like, strike number 10. Like, like, ew. Like, what? I don't like that. But he was walking downtown with a book bag on. Because I guess he had just changed clothes for work. Or whatever. So I'm like, alright, I'm coming. Like, he sent me the money or whatever. And, you know, I put on my little clothes. I had on my stacked leggings. I think my Uggs under sweater because it was kind of cold. It was around this time, like February. It was kind of cold. I forgot my fan was on, y'all. And I know that y'all probably loud. I apologize. But it's hot and I need that fan on, okay? Because they got the heater blasting. It's not that serious. Okay. So, anyways, I hop in my Uber. You feel me? He's like, where you at? You coming? Because I called it. He sent me the money and I called it. So, okay. And before this date, y'all, before we even get to the date, he already sent me money like 3 different occasions for some BS. I probably wanted to eat or just ask for it. So I'm already in my head like, oh yeah, he easy. I'm finna get money. Like, you feel me? I'm already in my head thinking that I shouldn't, but and it's weird because I'm like, okay, I want to take people serious and da. But then again, I was looking for freaking people with money that could just give me money. Because then again, this was a time where all the girls was like all the tricks and stuff. So I was trying to find me a trick, but also find a bag. Like, I wanted my trick to be my man. Like, don't trick on nobody else but me. Y'all, I'm so ashy everywhere. Whew. I keep yawning, y'all. I'm tired. Okay, so what happened? Alright, so let's get back to the day. I'm in an Uber on the way. Cool. I didn't even tell y'all we was going to Sorry Charlie's downtown. Sorry Charlie's because he worked right downtown, like literally across the street. So I was like, oh yeah, I never been and I always wanted to go or whatever. So, you know, I'm thinking it's like a Sunday afternoon, morning type thing, or Monday. I don't really know. It was a Sunday or a Monday. What the fuck? It was a Sunday or a Monday. I can't remember. But we ended up going. Ain't no fucking way. So I'm on Uber or whatever. And I end up, like, you know, I was in the car and it was like a little bit of traffic where we were at. So I was like, forget it. I'm going to just get out right here. I was like, see, I'm going to just get out right here or whatever. Because he was like literally like 1 minute walking distance. It's just like the man just had to go up a little bit more for me to be right in front of him. But I'm like, I'm going to just get out right here on the sidewalk. Because if order, I'm going to be on the street. I was just like, I'm gonna get out at this corner before we get to Sorry Charlie's instead of jumping off right in front of Sorry Charlie. Plus, I could already see him. So, you know, I hop out the Uber with him. I'm telling him, we was on the phone the whole time, but I didn't tell him I was there. I was just like, all right, hold on right quick. And I hung up. And then I ended up walking up to him. He was like, oh, hey. So we ended up hugging. But as soon as I seen him, I was disgusted, y'all. Disgusted. First of all, he didn't put on no nice clothes. So I'm thinking he got a book bag on to put his work clothes on. He already had the work clothes on. So what's in the book bag? Like, I'm talking about he had the little whatever Walmart busted up shoes with freaking what are these flower on the shoes? some regular little black jeans, but it had like you could tell they just like wear and tear. And it was cold, so he had like on a black jacket, but the shit was dirty, bro. Then his face was dry, y'all. You could tell he probably washed it. When I tell you his face was like dry, like all around the nose and stuff, and it really blew me because I take face care so serious. Like, that's just the first thing I do when I wake up. After I brush my teeth, I do my face care, moisturize it, lips and all. And that job blew me because I'm just in my head like, did you not look in the mirror? And I understand it's cold, but that means you didn't moisturize your face at all. There's no way you did that. For real, like, no, that job had disgusted me. Like, it blew me out. It was like, all around the nose area and the chin and the cheeks and stuff, just ashy, just dry. And I'm just like, damn. Like, and I know he could probably have a condition, but I didn't see that the first time I seen you, Bookie. And moisturize. So I'm like, all right, come on, let's go. Like, I really did not want to be seen with him, and it was just like so packed downtown that day. It was mainly people, but I know them too, and I just didn't want to be seen, period, by no stranger, by nobody. So we go to Sorry Charlie's, and we go talk to the girl. It was like a little wait, and so we get in there. It's like this little brown girl. She real cute, and I just felt so embarrassed being with him. And I could just tell what was going through her head. Like, maybe I was just overthinking, but she was looking at him, then looking at me, then looking at him. I was like, oh my gosh. She probably like, what the fuck going on? Like, for real. I was like that too. I was wondering what the fuck was going on and why am I here with him. I really was wondering. So they gave us a little wait time. And, you know, I gave him my number and the wait time. And he was like, let's find somewhere else to go because I hate waiting. So when we walked around for like a good little minute, he was like, I really just want to go to Sorry Charlie's. Like, I was like, all right. So we waited like 30 minutes. We just walked around and we was just, I wasn't really even talking. I don't think we was really talking. I was like on my phone. We were just walking. And we just say little stuff here and there. So we ended up going to Sorry Charlie's, sitting down and eating. He sat next to me. I like doing that, but I didn't want to do that with him. So we ended up ordering food. I got oysters and something else. I ended up asking him, like, can I get this, can I get that? Because it's giving bum and I don't want you to spend too much money. And at first he was acting funny, but then he was like, yeah, get whatever. So I ended up getting some oysters as an appetizer. And then, he don't even, oh yeah, he did eat oysters because he had got a po' boy and they had oysters on there or something like that. He got him a simple behind po' boy and I don't even remember what I got. Oh, I got tacos because I ain't gonna lie, y'all, everybody hype up Sorry Charlie's, but I couldn't find nothing interesting on that menu other than oysters. And oysters was expensive. He was acting funny about oysters. Like, that's why I had got like a six oysters or something because I really wanted them. And then he was just like, okay, you feel me? He didn't even eat it. So I remember he was waiting on the food. We was talking. He was like, oh, you gonna feed the food to me? I was like, no. Cause what do you mean? He was like, feed your food to me. Like, you gonna feed your food to me? And I was like, He was like, you fake. You do that. I was just laughing. Like, yeah, Like, no, I'm not doing that. Sorry. And so the food come, and he was like, oh, let me taste it. So I gave him the plate. He was like, feed it to me. Oh no, and I was like, I'm not doing that. He was like, well, I was like, I'm not feeding you. He was like, no. So he ended up doing with his food, trying to feed me. And I just grabbed it off the fork. Like, y'all, it was this close to my mouth, and I had looked out the corner of my eyes, see somebody looking at me, and I just grabbed it, and I just put it in my mouth. I was like, it's nasty. It was, so I didn't like his po' boy sandwich. But, yeah, I could tell he knew, like, the vibe was off. He tried to touch my thigh because we were sitting next to each other, and I'm just like, alright, what? So, we on this little dinner date. It's awkward. I don't want to feed you. Please don't feed me. It was awkward that a man would want to get fed by a girl. Because I tried to give him the food. He was like, put it in my mouth. How old are you, sir? Mind you, I thought I was 19. He was probably like... And that's another reason I don't want to go work, because I said I was looking for somebody to, like, for me be with. And then I started using him for money. Even though I barely got that. It was because the reason I knew he wasn't going to work and I started working about the money and stuff. He was like 26, 25. And I want somebody around my age to build with and be with for the rest of my life. So I already knew that was just like out the picture. I don't know why I continued to entertain this man. But I did. Sorry to you. So, okay, so we end up leaving. He ain't even leave no tip for the people. I was like, you gonna leave him a tip? He was like, and he ended up leaving like $3 because I told him to. So we leave, we just walking. At this point, I'm like, forget it, you YOLO. So I start laughing with the man. We just hold hands walking or whatever, you know, whatever. I guess I'm happy now. Ooh. So we get to this little arcade. And I'm like, I want to play the arcade. And then he was like, oh, like, we ain't do nothing on the arcade. I think he played like one game. Because I ain't gonna say he had no money for it, but he didn't act like he did. Like, I was like, well, I want to play this, I want to play this. He was like, just walking around. I'm like, damn. So I ended up actually using my card to get like $5 in cash. And that's when we played a couple games. Like, he even I'm like, this ain't your game. You better go pay for your own shit. I ain't say that, though. But, yeah. So, we end up... What we did? So, we end up sitting, like, you know, like, when it's, like, the two-player, like, card game. Not even card, like, shooting game or something. Or card game. I don't know, but it's, like, in the little box. So, you know, we end up sitting in the little box because at this point, he got to be to work in about 30 minutes. Or whatever. So, we were just chilling. And I'm just like, yeah, I gotta get home or whatever, you know. So, what happened? We were just sitting there talking, y'all. I don't even know about what. But this man was trying to kiss me. Because he was sitting, like, on this side. So, imagine I'm sitting right there and we laughing at something or something. He was like, And he kept leaning over and stuff. Just, like, leaning over. And I'm like this in my phone. And he did this, like. And I seen him trying to kiss me. He was like, give me a hug. And I gave him like a hug, but I did my head like, you feel me, like down to the side. Like, I seen him trying to kiss me. And he ended up kissing me on my cheek, actually. Because I think he said, give me a kiss or something. But he ended up kissing my cheek close to my lips. I couldn't kiss him, y'all. I'm sorry. It was so dry. He was just like so unattractive to me. Like, he was. But like, conversation-wise and stuff, he was pretty cool. And that's another reason I was just like, I'm going to just stick it out. I was like, don't kiss me, please. And he kept touching my thigh and shit. And he ended up putting his hand around me. And that's another when he tried to kiss me. Because he was wrapping his arm around me. He was pulling me close. And that's when he kissed me on the cheek. And I'm like, thank you. It's like, no, but ew. Like, I didn't want to kiss him. I'm sorry. And then he started talking about the next day. And I'm in my head like, what? So we were just right there talking until it was time to go. And he ended up giving me like $50 in cash. And then he sent me $40 because I was like, I need to Uber to get home. And then my job ended up calling, asking me to come to work. So I'm like, yeah, I'm really about to go to work. So that was a little bit of more money because I lived further than, you feel me, like my house from downtown. That's why I need to get me a car. And that's why he should have had a car too. But yeah, he sent me money to get an Uber to work. And I stayed in contact with him after that, y'all. We were still talking. Day in, day out. Good morning, good night. On the falling asleep on the phone. Why? I don't know. I think it was the money. And y'all probably like $50, $40. That ain't nothing. It's not. But I did have a little sugar daddy before him. I don't know. It was just like the little things. Like, I was manipulating the freak out of him. Like, I'd be like, I'm finna go out. Whole time I'm with somebody else. Like, or you feel me? Like, I was just doing stuff. Tell me why after the date this man ended up posting on his story. It was a picture I had sent him of myself. Like, we sent each other pictures of ourselves. And it was an old picture. Y'all. I was skinny and everything. And he posted it and covered my face talking about, if you know, you know. Who? Who knows? Like, nobody knows. I was just like, oh, that's so cute. Why'd you post me? He started calling me bae. I ain't gonna lie. I had called him bae too. I did. I played with him a little bit. Alright, so let's get into another thing that happened. So, you know, day in, day out, we text. My birthday coming up. I keep bringing up my birthday because I'm just big on my birthday. So, I'm asking him, like, what you gonna do? So, at this time, I had, like, a couple people, like, y'all, I ain't gonna lie. Last year's birthday, I had, like, 6 different years. And I'm like, alright, you'll get hair, you'll get nails, you get the hotel, you get the shoes, you get the fit, you get the lashes. You feel me? I'm asking him, which one you want to do? Like, which one you want to do? I even had in my notes the prices of everything, and I upped it by like $20 for everything. I know it's not much that I upped it by, because that got to be the tip. I got to tip them too. But you feel me? I sent it. I'm like, which one you want to do? To everybody. So he was like, oh yeah, I got you. And I had told I was going to get me a room because I wasn't doing too much last year. What I did for my birthday, I don't know. I just turned 20. And I was like, I ain't going to do too much. And I was like, I'm going to get me a hotel room. I ain't going to have a hotel party, but it's just for myself to just have space. And, you know, I probably would have invited somebody over, but my dumb self had told Quan. That's his name, Quan. I keep saying the boy and stuff. So I had ended up telling Quan I was supposed to get in the room. Mind you, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I done told 3 people they could come to the room. Whole time, all 3 of them wasn't even getting invited. I had somebody else totally in mind. I ain't even told them about them. I was just gonna hit them up the same night. If they ain't come through, oh well. I told about 3 different people. Cause y'all, I was single, living life, getting money from these. You feel me? Not even linking with most of them. Not even on the phone with most of them. Just texting. So. And I actually had me one that I really, really, really wanted. But he lived all the way in Florida. And he was already paying for my nails. Like, every 2 weeks, he sent me money for my nails. He was like, if you mess with me, you need your nails done. Because I remember I took him off. He was like, you need your nails done if you want to be my girl. I'm like, okay, well, you paying for him. He was like, all right, back. And he sent me $100 on my birthday. And I had met him, like, 2 weeks prior. Like, what? I had really wanted him. Like, he came out of nowhere, too. But I had believed everything he said. Like, I didn't believe, like, and even though we were still single, just talking, like, he was all in. Well, that's a whole nother story. We're going to talk about him later. We're going to talk about him later. This is about Quan, ashy ass. So, you know, he telling me, like, okay, I got you. I'm going to send you this. I'm going to send you that. He saying he's going to send me lump sum of money for my birthday, like $500 for my birthday, because he was like, oh, I'm going to do everything. Like, everything on the list. Even though everything on the list was more than $500. But he was like, he's going to send me a good bit of money. And then he was saying how he was going to get the room. So, my birthday is approaching. And I'm just like, you feel me? Like, yeah, I'm going to need the money this day. Because, in all honesty, y'all, I really did need the money that day. Because I was getting all my maintenance done. And, baby, I need that money. Like, I can use my money. But once I use my money, it's gone, baby. Where your money so I can keep mine? And you had already promised you was going to give it to me. So, I think I had already did it. So let's just say he never gave me the money. I already did it. I'm pretty sure my birthday, it was like the day after my birthday, he ended up texting me like, hey, like, I'm gonna pay you back. Like, I'm sorry, I had got paid. Like, mind you, I knew he was getting paid, so like, where the money? No, it was before my birthday. It was like the day before or 2 days before my birthday. I had did all my maintenance and I needed the money to, like, you feel me? Reimburse me, hello. And I'm gonna press you about it because you said something about it. So, it was like a Friday or whatever. So I'm asking him, and I knew he got paid that Friday too. So that Saturday morning, I wake up expecting the money because I'm about to go get my shit done and get everything together. So he like, man, I got you next Friday, bro. Like, for real, I'm gonna pay you back. And I'm gonna add another 100 on top of it because me and my people went out last night. When I got off, he went to the club and I was buying drinks and stuff. Mind you, at first he was ignoring me. He wouldn't text me back, and then we ended up getting on the phone. I ended up asking him. He was like, yeah, I got drinks and I had to get in the club. I got me and my cousin in the club. So I'm adding stuff up. And I'm like, I don't know how much your checks be. But Bookie, getting in the club and getting drinks don't go over $200. You might have touched the 100. Not gonna lie, you might have touched the 100. But, like, it don't go over 200. Like, I don't know how much you get paid. I don't. But I'm pretty sure you got some money left over. So he was just like, wait till next Friday because I don't have the money. And at this point, it had blew me so hard that I was down a couple dollars because you didn't keep your word. And everybody else gave me theirs, did the woo-de-woo, and I already spent theirs. Where yours at? Where your cut? So that same day, before my birthday, I blocked him on everything. Like, leave me alone. Like, you're weird. Like, you couldn't pay me. Like, what? So, you feel my birthday came. My Florida man, he sent me my little 100. Reimbursed me a little bit. Just a little bit. And everybody else, I kept around some, you feel me, happy birthday. Sent me a little bit of money. Blah, blah, blah. But, y'all, it had really blew me because don't say you gonna do this and do that. Mind you, he was hyping it up for, like, a couple weeks. Because we met at the end of February around this time. And my birthday is March 28th. So you had like a good bit of time. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to give you this. I'm going to pay for the room. I'm going to do this. Oh, yeah, like, I'm coming to the room. And we going to do this. We going to do that. Like, that's the first time he ever talked sexual with me. And I just couldn't imagine doing nothing with him. Like, if your face going to be ashy like that, not doing it. So, yeah. And then he was saying stuff like, oh, when you gonna come over? Like after a while, we got comfortable, and before the hotel situation, he was like, oh, like, when you gonna come over? Like, I want to eat that. And I'm like, I don't even want you to do that. I didn't want you to kiss my lips. I want to kiss my other lips. And then, like, while we on the phone, I realized, like, he don't even got a room, bro. He was sleeping on the couch. So what we finna do it? Like, what we finna do with it? Like, what are you talking about? And he had a whole daughter. I don't do the BDs. I don't. And I don't know where his money went out, if he didn't want to use it. But I'm sorry, it wasn't no other reason to keep him around. And plus, he already said no to giving me $50 a week prior. So the fact that you couldn't give me that $500 for my birthday, oh, y'all was like, you're cut off. So I blocked him. Well, birthday come around, I had a blast. I think about 2 days after my birthday, my mom ended up going downtown with her sister. So I told her, hey, go in there and see him and say something to him, because he gonna know who she is. Like, come on now. So she ended up telling me that she went in there. She was like, oh, why you did my daughter like that? You played with her. Said you was going to give her some money. You didn't give her money. You know, you hurt her feelings. She blocked you. And you were just like, yeah, man, I'm sorry. I didn't have it, man. Tell her unblock me, man. And then that's what my mama told me. I ain't unblock him. And y'all know I stay downtown with my people. So I ended up going downtown one day. It's probably like 3 months later. We downtown walking. I see him like standing there rolling up. He was by himself. He had like a drink and he was rolling up. And like I was kind of walking up to the like he was standing on the side and he turned around, so I already knew what something. We walked up, I tapped him on the shoulder, he turned around, I said hey, and I was like hey, and he just looked at me. He shook his head and started rolling up again. I said okay, you standing on business, you standing on business, cause some ninjas do be easy, y'all. They be easy. They be like, oh, what's up with you, man? You block me, man. You didn't block me. He stood on business. He said, girl, bye. He ain't say nothing. He just and started rolling up again. I was like, alright. I didn't want you back anyway. I was just a little drunk and bored and wanted to say, hey, it's cool, it's cool. But yeah, I don't know where that man at now today. But that was like the worst date I ever been on. Like, his face was so dry. He had a book bag on. He dressed above me for work. And then he was broke. I was broke too, but you supposed to be my support system, Bookie. But yeah, y'all, this might not even be a good story time, or y'all might be like, girl, you're so picky. I'm not picky. Do you want your date showing up to your date with literally like white around their nose and their lips? Like, no. Cheeks, chin, forehead, no. No haircut, dirty jacket, ashy pants with holes in them, shoes with flour on. No. I mean, I should have cut him off at that first date. And I don't know what I found attractive at the freaking job the first night. But for some reason, I wanted that so bad that I waited around for you to get off of work to talk to you and you want me to my car. Like, the reason I probably couldn't find your number was a sign at first. God, like, girl, you ain't gonna like that one. But now I had to chase. I had to investigate. But I'm about to go ahead and lay it on down. It's probably like 10 o'clock in there. I gotta go to sleep, though. I already yawned so many times in this dang on video, y'all. I gotta cut so much stuff out. But alright, y'all have a good night. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And then also don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, y'all. And share this video also. You know, may God be with you and you be blessed, beautiful. Thank y'all for watching. Good night.